Earlier this year, President Obama unveiled a new initiative called My Brother's Keeper to enhance economic and educational opportunities for young African Americans and Latinos. The program aims to break the cycle of poverty by keeping young men of color out of jail and in school. But there's another side to the story. Mary McCarthy has the report.
Reverend Leon Kelly is counseling a group of men who've recently been released from prison.
They swoop in, try to block you in.
The parolees are mostly in their 20s and 30s, a majority of them African American.
Okay, you got me, I'm done.
This is part of his work mentoring young black men in Denver. He prefers to get to them before they end up behind bars, pushing them to stay in school and stay out of jail.
We are dealing with an issue that has been on the radar for generations. We've been so used to focusing on the symptoms instead of dealing with the problems.
And the problems are hard to deny. According to data from Pew Research, black men are 6 times as likely to be incarcerated as their white counterparts. Their high school and graduation rates lag far behind, and black unemployment is consistently twice as high as that of whites.
Reverend Kelly says much of the problem is simply racism that's still deeply ingrained in American society.
It may not be as open as it had been in the past, but it still exists.
He says the youth he works with, many of whom live in poverty-stricken neighborhoods run by gangs, feel that American society has forgotten them.
You feel like people don't care, and if people get to a point where they feel like they don't care, then some of these kids, others say, well, what's the point? What's the point? It's about survival.
To stay on track and reach their full potential so America can reach its full potential.
It was a grim statistic, the fact that the murder rate of black males is 4 times higher than that of whites, that pushed President Obama to launch My Brother's Keeper. He announced the program, which aims to provide guidance to all men of color in the wake of the controversial shooting death of 17-year-old Trayvon Martin.
The president stopped and said, we as a country need to show our boys that they're of value to us, and we need to do something about it.
My Brother's Keeper acknowledges that black males face challenges that no other demographic in American society has to deal with.
Tragic endings, both real and practical, to young men's lives. And they happen in numbers that are so disproportionate to every other population in our country that we have to acknowledge that something different is going on.
Nationwide, graduation rates for blacks have been improving slightly, and the black incarceration rate has dropped over the past decade. But the reality in America is that when it comes to education, economic empowerment, or overall success, black males won't be catching up to white males anytime soon. Mary McCarthy for Telesur in Denver.
In